I gotta do a different dog, so comics off. Stu, up, come on. Stewie, come. Oh! Alright, so I had to redo this because my video wasn't, my phone's angle was wrong. So I'm hoping you can see. What I was saying in the other video is if you don't have scissors like this that are rounded, just be really careful. So what I do first when their feet are down is I either use my hands, these can be a little silly at first, so I use my hands or I use the slicker brush just to brush up the hair from between the toes. And then I just kind of trim that down. I always trim down because it makes it a little bit more natural. And then I trim all around the foot. He's a little silly. He's not as good as Convex is. Once they figure out that I'm not doing nails, they're normally okay. And then I trim all the way around the foot. I pull up between all the toes. And then, stand up, bud. Can you spin yourself this way? Thank you. And then I flip up underneath. And I trim all this hair down flush to their pads. They have a little, stop, I'm not trimming your nails, you goober. They have, Wall makes a little handheld battery operated clipper that you can use, and I have one somewhere, but I don't use it anymore on them. But if you get a lot of stuff stuck between the toe pads, that's a good way to get rid of it. So I trim all around the foot. I'll trim around the edges even while they're up. And then I trim across the back of their big pad. Just so that it makes it a little bit neater. Stop, Stu, stop. And then he's all trimmed. So it's pretty easy. It doesn't take too long to do them. As long as they're not bad about it. Stewie's being worse than he normally is. Oops. I kicked my tack box. Stop, Stu. He's not normally this wiggly about this. And his back feet always look a little silly. If you're having a problem with them wanting to keep picking their feet up when you're doing their toes, I would just pick up another foot. So it kind of forces them to have to leave all the other three down. But then when you're doing this, you're just going to have to kind of deal with them being a little bit of a brat, pulling their feet away, which is what he's doing. Oops, sorry, bud. Sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine. I know, I pinched you. I'm sorry. So these are not super sharp, which is nice. So if I accidentally pinch a pad, I don't have to worry about accidentally cutting him. His back feet never really look super good for me. Stop. Thank you. What you can't see is Banjo is getting all this hair on top of his head because he's laying right at the bottom of the table because he's weird. Stop, Stu. Stop, Stu. Stop. Cut it out. You're fine. Stop. One more foot, bud. One more foot. Come here. Let me just do the other side. And I trim all the way up to the front of the nails when I do the underside of their feet. Just so that we don't have any extra long fluff floating around. There we go. Easy.